The Trust for Public Land is the leading nonprofit creating parks and protecting land for people. Channel 2 Public Affairs Director Jocelyn Dorsey went one-on-one with the new Georgia State Director about TPL's latest and greatest projects. Jocelyn.
Yes, Fred. George Dusenberry is the new leader of TPL, and he says the Land for People movement in Georgia actually centered around our greatest waterway.
The reason we were founded really was to do work along the Chattahoochee. So over that time frame, we've preserved 18,000 acres and 80 miles of riverfront working with our partners. It's a very collaborative organization. So we've done a great job preserving the land. Now we really want to activate the land and get more people on it. We really want to focus on the 100 miles from Buford Dam down to Chattahoochee Bend State Park, develop a master plan for what that's going to look like, and then start, implementing it, getting more people on the river. I mean, Chattahoochee it's Atlanta's river, and for so long we've been turning our back to it. There's a renewed kind of energy and focus on the river, and we also were instrumental in the creation of the Martin Luther King Jr. National Historic Site. They preserved Dr. King's boyhood home, and there were shotgun shacks, original ones from the neighborhood, that were slated for demolition. And we basically got a call, said we need your help. We stepped in, we acquired those houses, saved them from the bulldozer, held them, helped with the rehabilitation, turned them over to the Park Service. And I think the third thing I'd like to talk about, what we've done here in Georgia, is the Atlanta Beltline. Basically taking these underutilized freight transit corridors, and using them for transit and using them for redevelopment, really to kind of stitch the communities back together. And we raised $500,000, brought in a nationally renowned public planner, and created the park and green space vision for the Atlanta Beltline.
What's the current project that you're working on?
We are building a 16-acre park in conjunction with the City of Atlanta and National Monuments Foundation. This is an area that in 2002 there was this horrific flood, you may recall, where more than 160 families lost their homes. The city had to come in and actually condemn a lot of the properties and move the family out. So we're building a green infrastructure park where we will be able to eliminate flooding in 150 acres around the park by capturing 10 million gallons of stormwater.
Wow.
And putting that in a community that has seen so much disinvestment, it's really great to be able to do that and help the revitalization of those communities.
Why is it so important to have parks for people?
We tend to take parks for granted. And what's amazing is that if you go into a park and spend time in a park, your blood pressure goes down, your cholesterol goes down, you're happier, your stress goes down, you start thinking better. I mean, just all these benefits that come from being in a park. So we want to make parks accessible to people all over the country.
TPL believes everyone should be a 10-minute walk away from a park, no matter what kind of neighborhood you live in. If you want to find out how Georgia meets the 10-minute mark, we'll share a link to the Trust for Public Land on our website, WSB-TV.com/community.